and welcome to part 2. This is my session with the TikTok Homeschooling Conference. We're focusing on special needs homeschooling families. My topic is improving vocabulary development with deaf and hard of hearing kids. Part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, please stop, go back, and watch part 1. I discuss why vocabulary development is so important, especially with deaf and hard of hearing kids. Also, how we can support deaf and hard of hearing kids with vocabulary that is meaningful and visual. Now, I want to talk about some tools that really can support this process, especially to improve vocabulary. And I have many resources here in my TikTok shop, but I want to show you some of them. Here's one. These vocabulary workbooks are going to help children not only learn new words, but to understand them deeply. Inside these workbooks, kids are going to practice spelling, learn new word meanings, use words in context, as well as to build connections between words. These workbooks are designed to be used over and over and over again. So you can use a dry erase marker. For deaf and hard of hearing learners, these structured activities are extremely helpful because they provide repetition, visual structure, as well as opportunities for application. I'm also excited to share something new. Yes, this summer, I'm going to be presenting a new vocabulary book that integrates ASL and fingerspelling directly into these spelling and vocabulary activities. This means children won't just see the word, they're going to see the ASL sign, practice fingerspelling, and connect the visual language to the written word. This offers them a powerful bridge between language systems, both English and ASL. It's going to also support their language accessibility, memory retention, as well as confidence in communication. When children can connect sign, print, and meaning, they truly own the word. Another resource I'd love to show you that you can use in your lessons are my ASL alphabet coloring books. Now, you might be thinking, that's really simple, but it's actually a very effective early literacy tool. Why? Because it helps kids to recognize letters, associate letters with hand shapes, practice fingerspelling, as well as build early vocabulary readiness. For young learners, especially pre-K through early elementary, this is a perfect starting point. Coloring may seem like a really basic activity, but when it is paired with language, it becomes a learning experience. This emotions coloring book also is incorporating SEL or social emotional learning, and it shows kids how to really understand their feelings and emotions and express themselves. Parents can also extend learning by signing each letter, practice finger spellings, the simple words. Also, asking children to identify objects that are in the environment that begin with that letter. So now we're combining visual learning plus movement plus repetition. That equals some strong vocabulary development. Now, the last thing I want to do is give you some tips that you guys can start doing now. 1, teach fewer words, but go deeper. It's quality over quantity. That's the key. 2, always pair words with visuals or signs. You want to make sure you're making language accessible. 3, encourage expressive use. Have your kids sign, spell, or even write the words. 4, build vocabulary into everyday routines. And 5, use structured resources for consistency. For example, you can use workbooks like mine or other guided activities. That's going to provide needed repetition and support. Remember, vocabulary is not just about words. It's about giving your child the tools to communicate, connect, and succeed. Thank you so much for watching my session. I'm so happy to be involved in this TikTok homeschooling conference and to also be involved in the homeschooling community. I hope that you found my strategies helpful and encouraging. Please don't forget to follow me. But also, feel free to connect with me and explore the resources. I'm here to support you and your child. Thank you again. I'll see you next time.